Welcome. I'm from Hickory, and it's Tuesday night, January the 9th, and you're about to watch an all-new, another amazing Carolina Reaper show. But I gotta say thank you to our partners at Every Plate. Did you know that you could get a meal, an entire meal, for $1.49 at Every Plate, plus $1 steaks for the rest of your life. All you got to do is go to everyplate.com/podcast, enter my code 49REAP. Now, your subscription must be active to qualify and redeem the $1 steak deal, but it's totally worth it, all right? That's Every Plate for just $1.49 per meal plus $1 steaks forever. All right, just go to everyplate.com / oh boy, my phone's going off, /podcast, enter the code 49REAP. All righty, and I don't know, I think it's time we start the show. What do you say, boys? Here we go, the Alan Jackson, please. Hey, thank you. Thank you. Wow, thank you, peeps. Welcome to Carolina Reaper. What's that? Well, it's like a PM magazine from the Carolinas on the cracked corn. And today's show, well, how can I describe it? It's like a stubborn day of reckoning for silly stand-up comedians. Because in Best Trends, Katt Williams went ballistic. He went nuclear on the Shannon Sharpe podcast. We're going to talk about that. Plus, my friend Jo Koy hosts the Golden Globes. How did he do? We'll talk about that. Also, I've got another residual check. All right, so we're going to have people call in here in a little bit for your chance to win one of my checks from the Screen Actors Guild. But first, I'm live right now, baby. Live on Facebook and YouTube. In the comment section. That's right. I'm live in the comment section. This was pre-recorded. We recorded this yesterday. So, but later in the show, I'm going to pretend like I already know who won the college championship game. Washington versus Michigan. Great game. I knew that team would win. Anyway, leave me a comment. Talk to me, and I want to be interactive with you because I'm in the comment section. So as we're watching me together, I'm in here talking about me with you. It's very meta, you know what I'm saying? And Facebook loves that because they're called meta now. I'll ask you a question and you leave me a comment. What do you think of this? What do you think of Katt Williams? Leave it down here in the comment section. We got lots of show to do today, but first we have to address something that was talked about 2-3 weeks ago. Before the college bowl system happened, we made bets. Me, Alan. Oh, let me walk around the room over here. Sitting over here is my young intern, Hayseed Gen Z, Isaiah Pennell. How are you, Isaiah?
I'm doing good. I got a little bit of a cold, but...
All right, well, you know what they say, feed a cold.
Yes,
so what we're going to do today, we're going to feed you. And next to him is my very handsome, very tall friend, Sebastian. How are you, buddy?
What's up, brother?
So let me go ahead and get to it. Here we go. Last week we made bets, and you're going to have to figure this out, my friend. Not last week, but before the bowls happened, NC State was in the Pop-Tarts Bowl, and they lost. Can you still hear me? I felt like I sat on the mic. How's my audio? Still good? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
And Carolina was in the Duke's Mayo Bowl, and they lost. And our bet was if both teams lose their bowl, then Isaiah has to eat a Pop-Tart covered in Duke's mayo. And so for you, because I'm a good friend, I didn't buy any Pop-Tarts. I bought banana flavored Pop-Tart, because that's a thing. I've heard people eat you've heard people eat banana and mayo sandwiches before, haven't you, Sebastian? I mean, that's a thing that exists.
I don't, but I've heard it.
Right, same. I haven't.
I don't like it.
Actually, I've done it one time. It's not that bad. So I felt like the only Pop-Tart that would go good at all would be the banana flavored Pop-Tart with Duke's mayo. And as you can see, I have an open. Will you please hold it up to where the camera can see it? You just put it on your dang lap. Here. Yeah, let's get it there. Let the camera see what you're doing. This is. Yes, there we go. Now,
get a good one.
Take the other one and spread it in there really good.
Oh, you need a little more than that.
So the bet was, if State had won, but Carolina lost, then Alan was not going to be able to enjoy a Pop-Tart. Very easy bet on his part. But if Carolina won and State lost, then I was going to have to simply eat mayonnaise. But if both teams win, or if both teams lose, you have to do this. And that's the bet. So, Isaiah, question one. Are you a Pop-Tart guy at all in general?
I like Pop-Tarts, but this,
I feel like that should be a rap song.
I
like Pop-Tarts,
Pop-Tarts.
and I cannot lie.
but
These
this,
other breakfasts can't deny. Go ahead.
I like the strawberry Pop-Tart and the cinnamon and the s'more, but I don't
S'more?
think I can do this.
S'more? No. The only thing that might go well at all with Duke's mayo is this banana one. So are you prepared to eat? You got to eat the whole thing, by the way.
I gotta eat the whole thing.
Well, I was going to do you a favor. I was going to say just take one and just eat half. Yeah, eat half of one, because that's like a whole Pop-Tart.
Can I grab one of those trash cans that's out in front of the...
Do you need something to drink?
I got a Sprite.
You got some Sprite? Okay. No, you just puke in that bag right there.
This
Take it.
one that
Yeah,
has-
I'm actually kind of interested in what it tastes like. So, Sebastian, will you hand me that other half? I'll do it with you. I thought we were going to wait and do it together, like do a drum roll, have some sort of suspense built, but you just went ahead and ate it. Well, let's hear it.
Oh. Nasty.
Is it the Pop-Tart that's nasty, or is it the mayo that's nasty?
The mayonnaise.
Anna John Reap approves.
Listen, do you like mayonnaise? Your face is hilarious. Do you like mayonnaise, period?
Can't stand it.
Okay, well, that's the problem, isn't it? It's not the fact that the mayonnaise is on a Pop-Tart that you don't like. It's the mayonnaise. Okay.
Could we address the fact that it's not really mayonnaise?
No, it is. Duke's mayonnaise is mayonnaise. Now, Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise.
I'm going to put my glasses on.
What does it say? Does it say spread?
Duke's Real Mayonnaise.
Yeah, it's mayonnaise. That's real mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise.
Yeah, mayonnaise, however you want to say it. Yeah. Now, I do love mayonnaise. So, when I bit into this, prepared for it to be a weird thing, I mean, I could do this. Yep. No, I'm telling you, I can. You can't what I want to do with my body, my mouth. You your own
No,
stuff.
I'm saying I can't do it.
Well, that wasn't the question. It's not bad.
That even smells right. Smell that.
Nah, that's not bad.
Do you like mayonnaise at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want
Tomato
try?
sandwich.
Yeah, tomato sandwich. There are people out there who hate mayonnaise, and when you meet them, they're very vocal about it. You never hear someone go like, it's not for me. They're like, no, it's gross. It's disgusting. Like they can't stand it.
Or you put on their sandwich accidentally, and then the world comes to an end. They're mad. They're really mad.
Yeah, take it. They need it off the plate and out of their sight. They don't even like to smell it. But I love mayonnaise. Now, Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise. And my
It's the
mom
same ingredients.
grew up making my sandwiches with Miracle Whip, and then one day my dad introduced me to Duke's. I'm like, where's this been my whole life?
This is interesting because you were converted.
My father.
Your father saved your life.
I think he knew when I hit puberty. He's like, well, his palate's about to change from the little child. It's ketchup or ranch and that's it. Like he's about to graduate to real food. He's going to have an appreciation. He's going to have a new taste buds. And he introduced me to Dukes one day. I'm like, where's this been my whole life? I said, are you having problems over there, son?
Yeah, this is...
You don't have to keep eating it. Who were you texting?
Oh, nobody.
I saw you on your phone there for a minute. What was that? What were you doing? On the phone, what were you doing?
I was just on Facebook.
Oh, yeah? What were you doing on Facebook?
Just
Something more interesting than me talking to you about Pop-Tarts and mayonnaise?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. All right, let's get to the first trend. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about today.
Oh.
And I know you're up to date on this stuff.
I'm in the know.
Yeah. So here's what I do. Let's get to the first segment. Don't forget I got money to give away. I will just get to the first segment. What I like to do is go to Twitter, or now they call it X. Click on the hashtag. I find out what it is that everyone else is talking about, and I weigh in on that subject matter. That's how you know we're in the know. It's a segment I like to call. I can barely hear it.
All right.
I can't hear anything, actually.
Hold on.
Whoa, it's the best trends. That's what I'm talking about. Katt Williams is in the news because apparently he went on Shannon Sharpe's podcast, which I didn't even know Shannon Sharpe had a podcast. Did you?
What? Club Shay Shay?
Yeah. Club
You ain't
Shay Shay.
watching Club Shay Shay?
No. I wasn't
Really?
aware of it. Let me tell you my feelings about Shannon Sharpe.
Oh.
Okay. Great athlete. Arguably one of the best tight ends to have ever played the game.
And you know tight ends.
I do. I know loose ends. I know tight ends. But yeah, wouldn't you agree? One of the best?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hard to understand him sometimes. Just when he talks. He's not a great orator. Like he struggles with pronouncing words appropriately, as do I. So it's hard for me to listen to him. Now I like his passion. I like his intelligence and his experience. It's sometimes hard to understand. It's like it hurts for him to talk.
Yeah.
So the fact that he would have a podcast, I would have no interest in it. But now, because of Katt Williams and because it was trending, I watched this whole thing. And I like Shannon. I've always liked Shannon Sharpe. It's just hard listening to him. But now I like him even more because of the way their rapport on this podcast was great. So yeah, and he calls it Shay Shay, which also doesn't make sense because his name is not Shay. I know what he's doing is the S-H-A is the first three letters of both of his names, Shannon Sharpe, but it's not pronounced Shannon Sharpe. You would call it Shannon Sharpe, Shashaw. Shashaw.
He wanted like big S or double S and all that, but I wouldn't sell
That's
it
yours.
to him. I did not sell. We're in negotiations still.
Right. So what would yours be? Shay Shay. Your Shay Shay would be S-H-A.
Chaussets.
Chassette.
Chaussette.
Oh, welcome to the Chassette.
Welcome to the show.
I like what you've done here. This is a great
You like my
Chassette.
shit?
Yeah. I like your
Chaussette.
So apparently, did you what? Now here's why it's trending is because Katt Williams went on there and he was drinking some truth serum. Man, he had the Wonder Woman's lasso rope on him, and he just blasted every black comedian that and Gary Owen, every black comedian. He just went after them, and it was very entertaining to listen to. And what are your thoughts, Sean Shayshaw?
This is not new for Katt Williams. He's had a beef with Kevin Hart for 5 to 7 years, probably, maybe longer.
Right.
This has been it's been brewing.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of things, if you go on the internet, you'll see Katt Williams talking about the Illuminati. And, and you're like, all this stuff going on in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, you might be one of those. I don't know. I've saw some strange signs
know what you're
and
talking
symbols. Symbols
What
that
is it?
you've been doing.
It's something about how they. Oh, when people do this, this is it.
Oh yeah.
No,
Okay.
just
Okay.
this.
Oh,
You see some people. Oh, or this. Either this or this.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah.
No, I'm not in the Illuminati.
You've not been invited.
No. No, they saw me coming. Well, I heard it lock the door and then pull the windows like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, real talk. I like Katt Williams. I think he's very funny. The man's had, what, 19 specials? Something crazy like that?
Yeah.
Like a lot of specials.
Self-produced.
Self-produced, self-made dude, as far as I know. And funny. And he's smart. He's intelligent.
Yeah.
But I do think he's a little crazy. Like, I think maybe it's one of those crazy genius things, like the smarter you are and the more you know, the crazier you're going to turn out.
Maybe he's playing a character.
Maybe I don't think he's playing a character, but if he is, it's one of the best ever because he never comes out of it.
Yeah.
He has 11 specials.
11 specials. He's had run-ins with the law many times. He got shot. Didn't he get shot at a club once? And I think because he can't help himself but tell his truth all the time, that he's put his foot in his mouth. And it's kind of hurt his career, possibly. Because, I mean, his movie career or his TV show career, he could have maybe done a lot more had he not put his foot in his mouth and said some things. I don't know, it's just my opinion. But, boy, he let it out on this one. Yeah. And he went after, Kevin Hart, Ricky Smiley. What was he saying that... oh, man. Yeah, he had a lot of points here. I wrote some of these down because I didn't want to forget.
So apparently he did get shot in the thigh. He said that on the Howard Stern show.
Yeah.
In 2006.
Yeah. So there's this thing going on in the black community with stand-up comedians. Chappelle has said it before. At some point they get worried or paranoid that the rich white guys in charge are going to make them wear a dress.
Yeah.
Like that's a huge concern for some reason. And I don't know why that's such a big deal. I mean, you want to give me a sitcom? Johnny, you got to wear a dress in this one scene because it's funny. I'm like, yeah, give me the damn dress. Well, I don't know why they're so worried about wearing a dress. Why does that bother you so much? I don't have the answer. I don't get it. Like, that's such a hard thing for them to
It
get
is a big
past.
deal, but there's a lot of have done it.
I would wear a dress. I've worn a dress before. On Rodney Carrington's show, I wore a dress. I dressed up like, you've seen the commercial I've done for this, where I pretended to be that girl in the bikini at my pool.
Yeah.
Taking off. I'll do anything. If it's funny, I'm going to do it. Unless it's, something that's going to hurt me physically or hurt someone else.
You did Prince naked.
Yeah, I got a perm.
Yeah,
I
you
permed
got
my
a
hair.
real perm.
Yeah.
For months.
I actually got my hair permed, yeah. So apparently he goes off on Ricky Smiley. He said that Cedric the Entertainer steals jokes.
Yeah.
And he gave an example of the joke, which these things I believe, because I know that happens in that world.
Yeah.
People have taken ideas from me as well, So I know it exists. He calls out Steve Harvey.
Big time.
Yep. He says Steve Harvey stole from Mark Curry
Yeah.
about being homeless even.
Yeah.
He says Bernie Mac was the funnier of the kings of comedy, and that's why they kind of wanted to move past him because they didn't want to follow him. I mean, there's tons of things. And Shannon Sharpe just was good at letting him just keep going, feeding into it, He said the comedian Earthquake, the reason why he didn't work out as his own sitcom is he can't read. So he couldn't read the cue cards. I find that one hard to believe. Isaiah, can you look up Earthquake military record? I believe he was in the military at some capacity. And he said that Katt Williams has 46 comedians with him that go on the road sometimes. That's too many.
Yeah.
He makes fun of Kevin Hart, Faison Love, and he said that Harvey Weinstein wanted to suck his penis. So he said in the interview. Those are just some of the highlights from this thing that I enjoyed listening to while I was on the treadmill.
Well, I did see Shannon Sharpe say after the interview that he had a long list of questions to start with.
Yeah.
And that as soon as he walked in the door, they wish they had filmed it, because as soon as he walked in the door, he started.
Katt Williams.
Yeah. Before they even had the camera on him.
Yeah.
And for 45 minutes, Shannon, if you'll notice that he couldn't even ask a question.
Yeah. I didn't watch it, I just listened to it.
Yeah.
Did you watch it or listen?
I've watched most of it.
Yeah.
A lot of it's clipped on every
they edited
TikTok.
this?
It's on TikTok, the clips.
Yeah, people have put it out there. Yeah. So I think he's telling the truth. I think he's telling what he thinks is the truth of why things didn't work out or why this happened or why that happened. But I also think he's actually telling facts about certain comedians and they don't like it. I've always kind of been like with Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
You know, I've always been like, what's the big deal? What'd you find out?
So Earthquake did enlist in the Air Force right after high school.
Mm-hmm. Does it say how long he was in there, how long he served?
No.
I feel like
he spent 11 years in the Air Force, spending time
there's
in Florida.
no way.
There's no way you could be in the Air Force
and Japan.
and not know how to read.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's the hardest one to get into.
Right. Yeah, those are very expensive airplanes.
Yeah.
And then he was discharged from the military and moved to Atlanta.
Yeah. So when he says, Earthquake can't read, I have to question that one. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. I mean, the only one that I met on this list of people, I did meet Kevin Hart briefly a long time ago before he got huge. And he was just a nice fellow. No, I was on Chelsea Lately with Kevin Hart. It was me, Kevin Hart, and I forgot the other two people because guess who took over the show? Kevin Hart. I mean, as soon as the camera turned on kind of like this, he just took over. And he would start talking and not know how he's going to finish his. He didn't have a point. He would just start going. And I was like, well, I'm going to say this about this when they bring this up. And then it would be my turn, and it was too late. Like, we're going to go commercial because Kevin Hart wouldn't shut up. So I met Kevin Hart, but I didn't dislike him. I just found him annoying. And Ricky Smiley, who I think is very funny. Now, did Ricky Smiley wear a dress in some movie? Because he really brought that up a lot. Did you know?
I think so.
The Friday After Next.
Yeah.
Did Ricky Smiley have a part on that?
I think he did.
Because they're very worried about the dress thing.
Yeah.
But Ricky Smiley, so when I did my Comedy Central half hour, Comedy Central Presents John Reap, they tape these things at the same theater for a bunch of different comedians in one weekend. And 2 or 3 comedians will share an audience. So it'll be like one big audience there to see whatever comedian. That comedian goes on, does 30 minutes. They switch the stage up. New comedian comes on, does his 30. So it's like you're doing your own 30-minute special, but not for your crowd, just a generic New York crowd. Okay. Let me know when you find something, Isaiah.
All right. I'm on it.
All right. And so I had to follow Ricky Smiley, which was brutal because not only did he not stick to his time, it was supposed to be a half-hour special. I think he did like almost an hour. And
So
he had
did
stuff.
audition for Money Mike in Friday After Next.
Mom and Mike. Yes. But look up if he ever wore a dress. Look up Ricky Smiley in a dress. I want to see if that exists. But he had stuff all over the stage, like there was wardrobe change, and he basically, his biggest bit is making fun of like a mentally disabled kid in the choir. Oh yeah, there he is in a dress. Yeah. So apparently, Katt Williams does not approve of this. It's funny looking though. My point is, I met Ricky Smiley, funny dude, hard to follow, made it almost impossible for me. No respect for the comedian after him, so I don't mind that. I do not mind that Katt Williams is throwing shade at most of these people. So way to go, Katt Williams. Good on you. Not only did you entertain me, but now you've got me liking Shannon Sharpe all over again. So, final thoughts about that. Sebastian, what do you say?
I think it's interesting they get so jealous of each other.
Yeah.
But that's the world, right? That's your world. Mm-hmm. You can see that, right? They get
It's very competitive.
very competitive world.
Yeah.
And
I have a theory about him. And I don't know if there's any, it's just after listening to this for it's like a 3-hour long thing. He made it a point a couple of times to talk about how he just wanted to survive Hollywood without getting anally raped.
yeah.
He talks about a rape scene in Friday or something that they wanted him to do, but he said, I'm not going to do that. And so they did not give him the part. They gave it to somebody else, and that scene did or did not exist. I can't remember. I didn't watch it. And then he says it 2 or 3 more times about not being raped, you know. He was a pimp. He had an abusive relationship with his father. I think he's been to prison. I think he's been raped at some point, and he's projecting all that stuff. I think so. He's a small dude, so
Yeah. But he brings out Kevin Hart 3 or 4 times saying Kevin Hart's 5'2".
yeah.
But he's 5'5".
Yes. Did you call him short? Yeah. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I think he's been abused somehow, and it's just now he's putting that out there, and that's how he sees the world, through that lens, which is sad, you know. And he doesn't like hanging out with dudes. He likes hanging out with chicks. He says, I prefer the company of women. I like to walk around. My posse is not the dudes, it's ladies.
Yeah.
You know, it's very pimp-esque. Anyway, I think something's happened to this guy in the past, and that's why he's obsessed with it, because he's like, I'm never doing that again. That hurt.
Yeah.
You know. Anyway, just a theory. I have no proof of this whatsoever. Don't come at me, Kat, please. I can't wait to see your next special called Dark Matter. That's what he talked about. So should be good. All right, let's move on to the next trend. Did you watch the Golden Globes, Sebastian?
Oh my gosh.
Isaiah, did you watch this?
No, sir, but I heard that Jo Koy didn't do too good of a job.
Yeah, I feel bad for Jo Koy. Full disclosure, I know Jo Koy. I like Jo Koy. Jo Koy is very funny, but apparently he did not do so hot hosting the Golden Globes. Now, I haven't seen it because I'm a dude and I watch football.
Oh God.
What?
Well,
What?
what I was usually do.
So your lady made you watch the
She
Golden
wanted,
Globes?
and only because Taylor Swift was there.
Yeah, Tay-Tay was there.
And we might get a little glimpse of Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. We sit through 2 hours,
Yep.
or I give up.
So you watched the whole thing?
I watched them. Yeah, I think finally I decided that I finally had to say, this
Please.
cannot exist.
Yeah. Was it just you and her watching
Yeah.
it? And she wanted to watch all of it. Now, what was y'all's feeling of how Jo Koy? Did you know this guy before this?
Oh, I'm a huge fan.
Oh, you knew him?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got. I've watched his special.
Yeah.
Probably one of the funniest things is the difference between Asians. It's great.
Yeah. He's great. He's funny as hell on the Adam Carolla podcast.
Yeah.
He does characters. One of his characters called Bung Lu Su, where he pretends to be like a greeter or a hostess at a Panda Express.
Yeah.
And Adam Carolla's always trying to get a good seat, and Adam's always like, no, I'm kind of famous. People know who I am. Like, I do not know you. Like, and he's really giving him hell. It's a great character. He also pretended to be Kobayashi, the Asian hot dog eating champion that sometimes will beat Joey Chestnut.
Yeah.
So Adam Carolla had Joey Chestnut on the show, and then he called in pretending to be Kobayashi. and started talking shit to Joey Chestnut. And Joey didn't know it was not Kobayashi. He actually thought it was him. Oh, wow. And it started arguing with him. It's a hilarious moment that happened on the Adam Carolla show. But I say all that to say I'm a fan of Jo Koy. I know what he's worth, what he's capable of.
Yeah, me too.
And he's doing well. He's sold out like huge arenas in all over California, worldwide. But I don't think everyone knows who he is yet. Correct?
Yes.
Did your girl know who he was?
Never heard of him.
Right.
So, but I think this is not his biggest bomb. His biggest bomb was hooking up with Chelsea. That many years, right?
He did hook up.
Am I wrong?
They were together.
Yeah.
For a minute. Did they get married?
Yeah.
Aren't they still
They
together?
were together.
I don't
think
know.
they got married. But
Look it up, Isaiah.
They're no
Don't
longer
ask me
together.
questions. That's your job.
They're not longer together. And first of all, it's hard for an Asian man to follow 50 Cent too, you know?
Oh, that's right. I forgot. She was 50 Cent and Jo Koy.
And Jo Koy.
She's got range.
She does.
She does not have a type. Oh, yeah.
They're not together anymore. They split in July of 2021.
Were they married?
No.
Okay. Yeah, but they announced their relationship.
Oh,
I
he's
remember
madly in love with
being a
her.
thing.
More than Rosaroni or something, I'm telling you.
He's a funny guy, and to his credit, I don't know if it's true, but he says it in the Golden Globes that he was only made aware of this job 10 days ago or something like that. So he didn't have time to really prepare as much as he would have liked to. But then, was it either Ball or Isaiah? Somebody looked it up saying that, oh no, CBS, they said he was supposed to be the host for a long time. But I don't know that because this is the first I'm ever hearing about it. Either way, only having 10 days to prepare is not great.
I thought it wasn't a lot of, when you watch it, you'll see it's not a lot of time. He doesn't do a lot of stuff. I'm like, where's he at? He's gone for 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Not really hosting.
Yeah, I watched some of the clips, and he made a joke at Taylor Swift, and it wasn't even a bad joke. It wasn't a mean joke. It wasn't a hilarious joke, but it definitely wasn't a mean joke. He said something like, in the NFL, he said at the Golden Globes, we have a lot of cameras on this, that, or whatever, but in the NFL, we don't have as many cutaways as we would have.
He said something about this is why we're different, is that we have fewer shots of Taylor Swift.
Fewer shots of Taylor Swift than the NFL games.
Right. Yeah.
That's a compliment to Taylor Swift saying, by the way, they show you a lot because you happen to be dating Travis Kelce, Super Bowl winner, and you're a mega star. It's not mean in any way, but her reaction to it made it look like she didn't like it. And then, of course, the whole room's like, and then he's like, oh, come on, like that.
Yeah.
So the defending the joke when at home we're not even sure if it didn't work is kind of like a tell, letting us know how you felt, like you felt it didn't work, so we're going to believe you and think, well, that didn't work. He should have not admitted during his stuff that he was not doing well. You know what I mean? Like during my half hour, filmed in New York after Ricky Smiley. And by the way, Ricky Smiley, the people in that room were there to see Ricky Smiley because he had told his fans, oh, by the way, I'm shooting this thing in New York this day, come to my show. So he had his fans in that crowd. I'd say probably over 70% of the crowd were there to see Ricky Smiley, but they also had to sit there for me. So after Ricky just destroyed the room, I mean physically left crap on the stage, they had to come out and clean it, start over. Now I have to follow that. It took me a good 10 minutes, if not longer, to win them over. And I remember I got this advice from an agent named Barry Katz, who says, listen, a lot of comedians make the mistake of letting their face show the crowd their fear or their awkwardness or their discomfort. If you can keep that hidden. So like if you're doing a joke, especially if it's for TV, and the people who are producing it, they want it to be good. They don't want it to go bad because this is their money on the line too. There's advertising. So if you can give the illusion that everything you're saying you meant to say it, and you meant for it to do what it just did, and just smile through it, it'll slowly over time get them to come around,
beauty.
and and they'll sweeten it up later on in post-production. They'll make it sound better, and they'll make you look better than you did. So I did that for 10 minutes. If you go back and watch my Comedy Central Presents, I'm just smiling even though it's not going well. In the hopes that, okay, well, when they edit this, they're going to make it sound better. And I think he could have taken that advice right there, because there were times where he could not hide how awkward it was. How do you feel, Alan? You watched it.
Yeah. He definitely didn't seem at ease. And I agree with you. He should have just powered through and just not acknowledge if things weren't working.
Yeah.
But I also think all the celebrities in the crowd were already kind of had their pitchforks out for him, like in the first minute. So
did he? I didn't see it. Was there one really bad joke in the very beginning that just set them against him?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. And
nothing was terribly offensive. I mean, nothing was too insulting either.
Wow.
It just wasn't really funny, you know. And I think they were pretty judgmental, I think, in the crowd. So he was responding to that the whole time.
Well, Jo Koy, if you ever watch this, you're going to be fine. You know this. This is one thing. You're already a megastar, super talented, funny guy. You'll be fine. But yeah, now I have to go watch it.
Yeah, you should watch it.
And you watched all of it.
Watched all of it. The setup was bad too.
Oh yeah?
Do you think this, Alan? Why did they have tables set up where you had to get people to get up for you to walk around to come get your award?
Yeah, it did seem like the people who had to get up and walk around, it took
Kevin
a really
Costner
long time, and it was really kind of it was like an obstacle course to get up to the front. So
I thought Kevin Costner lost his buzz 3 or 4 times during the show.
Because he had to get up so many times?
I don't know what was up with Kevin Costner. But
what happened?
He didn't seem happy to be there.
Yeah, I could see that about him for anything, by the way.
He and some girl were supposed to do a bit, where they're introducing somebody, and she's playing the bit, like the girl from Barbie.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie?
No, that America.
America Ferrera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's totally doing the bit. She's reading all the lines off the cue cards, and he just was not into it. He's like,
Sourpuss, huh?
oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know if that was intentional to make it look like he's really sour, but he did. So,
I mean, we just need to be done with award shows.
I agree.
There's too many of them.
I think the whole pageantry of it's kind of stupid. So, yeah.
All right.
Just put a post online up on the website. Here's all the winners. Enjoy.
Yeah, there you go.
That's it.
Here's who won, and that's because they had a better publicist than the other person.
That's right.
Kind of like the Pro Bowl.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of the Pro Bowl, did you see that? What athlete was it that posted there should be an all-black team versus an all-white team?
Yes, that was
Have we talked about this yet?
Rashard Menthal.
Rashard, look this up, Isaiah. Rashard what?
Mendenhall.
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 You said menthol.
Well, I thought he was smoking one at first.
Rashard Menthal.
I was like, is he smoking a black and mild?
Yes.
I mean, that's how...
He played for Virginia Slim, didn't he?
We play fantasy. We know all these players. I don't even know who this guy is.
Yeah. I remember the name. Rashard Mendenhall calls for an all-white versus all-black Pro Bowl. And I think he said it because he was mad at, he says, some white guy commenting on football when white people aren't good at football. I mean, that's what he said. Mm-hmm. Like, he's tired of white men making comments on ESPN, commentators, on football players who are mostly black when he thinks most white people are not good at football. And he goes, in fact, I would love to see an all-white versus all-black Pro Bowl. And I'm like, I would too. That would be the most watched Who watches the Pro Bowl anymore?
No.
Yeah, that's true.
If they were to make that happen, well, first of all, I say this. We were going to be in the game. San Francisco is mostly white guys. Purdy, the quarterback, McCaffrey, the tight end. George Kittle. Most of the linemen. The only place where we have a weakness is cornerback. I don't think there's one white cornerback in the NFL. Not since Jason Sehorn has there been a white cornerback. But if you were to take the Pro Bowl, take all the best white guys versus all the best black guys, I think we have a shot. I think it's going to be a close game. Now here's where you get interesting. What about your half white and your half black players? What about
Patrick
Asian
Mahomes
players, or what about Hawaiian, Samoans? What are we going to do with them? I think what you do is we do a draft. And we go, all right, spin a number. It's a lottery. Let's just say all white guys get to go first. All right, we get the first pick. Now, whose first pick? It's going to be Patrick Mahomes. Half white, half black. So one team gets to take that. Then the next pick, all right, we definitely have to get a cornerback. So we have to find a mixed cornerback. And then that being said, I think it's going to be a good game. Thoughts?
I like it. Yeah. I'm not against it.
Yeah.
If you'd have said NBA, we're stuck. We're pretty well screwed on that.
I don't know. Who's that big, tall, 7-footer that shoots 3 points from back in the day?
Nikolai Jokic.
Yeah, anybody European.
Those are white guys.
Yeah, they're all good.
We got Luka, Nikolai Jokic.
I think it's come around to where it's not necessarily one ethnicity that's better. You know, I think if you get the best of from one entire sport, then we got a shot. I think we have a shot. Make that happen, Roger Goodell. And if it doesn't go over well,
pay-per-view.
Blame David Tepper somehow. And let's get him fired or something. But speaking of athletes, did you see this guy who jumped over a judge's desk?
Yes.
The Panthers need to get this guy. Put him on special teams, we block every field goal. Block every punt. This dude has got hops. I mean, look at that's. I mean, she's sitting down, but those benches, those judges' desks or whatever, they're pretty tall, aren't they? How many?
Yeah.
You've been up there many times.
I've been up there. They're a lot taller than they look.
I mean, where does it come to on your chest? You're like 8'3".
Yeah.
Where does it come to you?
I mean, I would have had to have a little hop, extra hop, or maybe a springboard.
Yeah. Let's watch this thing, De'Allen Jackson. In case you're at home and you haven't seen this, this is trending. Whoa! Look at that, dude. It's like he flew off the top rope, WWE style. Like, I mean, I don't know how far away he was, but look at the leap. Grabbed her by the hair, took her down, and then like 3 bailiffs, I guess, are trying to pull him off of her. But listen, my dad was a bailiff. Today happens to be National Law Enforcement Appreciation Day. I'm sure this judge would have appreciated a little help. Whatever the bailiff, whoever that bailiff was, I guarantee you he's not going to be in her courtroom ever again. Because look, that's too much distance that he was allowed to cover. In such a fast time, though, but yeah.
That's a good leap.
You can't look how high he is.
WWE needs to offer him a contract.
WWE, I mean, the Panthers could use him. Yeah, maybe the Olympics.
Trampoline team. He could be on the new trampoline. That's an Olympic sport now, right?
Yeah.
Trampoline.
Well, you know, this guy, he's had like, I don't know, 13 felonies. Mm-hmm. What was his record? Isaiah, look it up. So he's had like a lot of felonies. He's had.
What's the guy's name?
I don't know. The guy who jumped the bench in Las Vegas. Yeah. Las Vegas judge attacked in courtroom.
I'll get it.
Here we go.
Deobra Redden?
Deborah. Oh, his name is Deobra?
Deborah Redden?
No, Deobra Redden. Now that's a horrible name. No wonder
a
he's
3-time felon.
This dude's gotten so many fights because people call him Deborah.
Yeah, that's why he's got
my name is not Deborah. It's Deobra.
That's why mom's got to do better. Yeah. It's the mother's fault.
Yep. And look what she produced. This guy's got 3-time felon. He's very violent. Substantial bodily harm.
Yeah, he was
battery.
sentenced for a charge of attempted battery with substantial bodily harm. Yeah.
So you got to lock this dude up.
Three-time felon.
You got to throw away the key on this one. Because if he has that type of disrespect for a judge in front of everybody, imagine how much disrespect he has for a Joe Schmo on the street. You know what I mean? And he's a tall guy, and he's very fast apparently, and he can jump over your fence. So we got to lock him up. She wasn't hurt, too bad. Just her hair got pulled.
Looks like her hair got straightened
So
out.
her hair got pulled, yeah.
Look curly when
Some
she
other-
sat down. Look at it now. It's straight. He straightened her hair for her.
If my dad were
Some
alive,
flat iron guy.
he would have a lot to say about this. 'Cause my dad was a bailiff.
Yeah, I know.
So
I saw him a time or two.
my dad would have shot that guy in the back. As soon as my dad has shot people before, shot and killed a man,
Yep.
and he's also pulled his taser in the courtroom. He had to tase a guy one time that went after a judge, shot the guy with the taser, and it makes a pop noise. So if you don't know what that is, you're going to think it's a gun, right? Dad pulls the taser, shoots the guy. The wife sees that, thinks it's a real gun. She faints, has like a heart problem, has to call an ambulance for her. He was fine. He just got tased. But yeah, that guy wouldn't have made it 2 feet if my dad were that bailiff. All right. What else is new, boys? All right, I'm going to Cincinnati. If you are in Cincinnati, come see me. I will be at the Liberty Township Funny Bone this coming weekend. Also just added Kansas City. I'll be at the Improv in February in Kansas City. Before that, Cartersville, Georgia. But yeah, I'm interested. Cincinnati and, well, just Ohio and North Carolina, a lot in common. We talked about this a little bit. They have a Queen City, Cincinnati.
Yep.
We have a Queen City, right? Their state bird, a cardinal. Our state bird's a cardinal. They had Andy Dalton. We had Andy Dalton. I mean, think of all the weird things that line up.
They come to Myrtle Beach.
We go to Myrtle Beach.
We go to Myrtle Beach.
They do love Myrtle Beach.
They do.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll be up there this coming weekend. Come see me. David Tepper strikes again. Fired a general manager, Scott Fitterer. I don't even know who that was. But what's going to happen, Sebastian? I mean, we got to get rid of Tepper somehow. I don't know how to do it.
He's the second richest owner, isn't he, in the
He's a billionaire.
billionaire. We can't get rid of billionaires.
Well, there's a way. They have to be canceled. We can't fire them, but
He
society.
needs a sexual assault.
We need dirt on him.
We need a sexual assault or
He needs
racial
to be
discrimination.
Me Too'd or racially. He needs to be a racist.
Yep.
Or Me Too'd.
Yeah.
So we need, all right, calling
Where's those girls from the Duke lacrosse team?
calling the Duke lacrosse team. We need you. One more dance. All right? Find out where David Tepper hangs out. Buy him a drink and make some shit up. And then post it, please, for the love of Charlotte. For the love of
He is
Queen
the
City.
richest NFL owner. $12 billion.
$12 billion. Yeah, we need to.
Dollars.
Yeah, thank you for that. All right, so we got to work on that. All right, let's read comments from last week. Last week, if you watched the show, you were lucky because it didn't stay up there. Alan, what happened again? I think it broadcast live and then it went away or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not quite sure what happened. We're still
Yeah.
resolving that. But yes, it streamed. We were on Facebook, but
Yeah.
then immediately after the show was over,
Yeah.
it got taken down.
So then you had to go back later and re-upload it.
Yes.
But that being said, we lost all your comments.
All the live comments are gone.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some really good comments, but we lost them. So
Some people did put some comments, and
Yeah.
after you re-uploaded it, and I will read that. Dustin Sherrill says, John Reap, I love your sign. We need a new slogan. The Carolinas, ... the diamond of the South.
The diamond.
I like it, because look at that. Doesn't
Looks
it
like
look
a-
like a
shines
diamond?
like a diamond.
It's a shape of a diamond. Carolina, not north or south, Carolina.
Fully faceted show.
The diamond,
of
yes.
the South.
Sparkle, shine bright like a diamond.
Bright like a diamond.
I like it. I like that, Dustin. We got to work on that. Okay. Linda W. Levensque. Billy Giles. I don't know who's responded. No, yeah. So Billy Giles left this comment on Linda W. Leviscu. Now,
Actually,
I know.
Oh, sorry. Gotcha. I'm sorry. You're reading back. Gotcha.
Yeah. It says, I'm sorry for intruding, but I just want us to be friends because you seem kind. I don't want to be rude to send you a friend request without your permission. That's why I'm asking if it suits you. Please send me a friend request. Stay safe. Man, these robots, these scammers, it's getting to be gosh darn ridiculous. I had to delete this comment 3, maybe 4 different times. I left this one up there so that people watching will know
Okay.
this stuff happens a lot, and be aware of it. Don't let it stop you from enjoying the show, but just be aware of that. You know, go look at all the comments before you respond, because if it's the same person leaving the exact same comment on every other person's comment, then you know something's up.
So this is spam.
This is spam.
So I should not have immediately tried to seek out Linda as a friend.
Linda Lovelace.
Yeah, I don't know
Leviscu.
which one is fake, if it's Billy Giles or Linda.
I went ahead and friended them both just because I'm going to just play it safe.
Yeah, I would like.
I mean, anybody who asks, for me, I just go ahead and friend them.
Yeah, of course. I want to be everybody's friend. In fact, I've hit my limit. I can't have any more friends.
Well, send them my way. I'll take them.
I will.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm full, but there's a very famous person named Alan Jackson who would like to be your friend. Last one, Jason Spaven. He says, "Wow, Dot, love it." Do it again. Wow, you're living my life. Be careful. I fucked that up. I'm gonna read the whole thing again.
Good for you.
It's because of his punctuation and grammar here.
You're supposed to stop.
Wow, you're living my life. Be careful. I don't know what that means, Jason. It's kind of almost sounds threatening. Pretty sure I'm living my life. Maybe we have a lot in common. I have a brother named Jason. Why do I need to be careful?
Well, really, he says he's really telling you to be careful. So
Be careful. That's
yeah,
right.
Right.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. No spaces.
Is it like keep your car beautiful? Be careful.
Be careful.
Like that way you can say be careful and keep your
Yeah.
car clean at the same time.
Right. That would be a great slogan of like a car wash place.
Be careful.
Yeah. Be careful. Yeah. Or like an auto shop. You know. Be careful out there. Accidents happen. Be careful.
Run over a body? Be careful. Come see us.
All right, we got a lot of show left actually, and money to give away. Don't go anywhere, all right? Stay in your seat, or we'll be right back with more Carolina Reaper. I gotta work on something. Hey everybody, John Reap here, and I'm with Lauren Weaver of the Hickory Smokehouse, and we have partnered up and we have come up with what we think is the best barbecue sauce in the world. It's called John Reap's Hickory Smokehouse South in Your Mouth Barbecue Sauce. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to what other chefs are saying. So this holiday season, reap the benefits, sop it up, let your taste buds rise again, and put a little South in your mouth.
We got it in hot, too.
Yeah. Thanks, Lord. Hey there, John Reap here. Thanks for following me on Facebook. They've done some updates, and I know a lot of you are missing out on your notifications. Here's how to fix that. On your computer, make sure you're following me. Click the following button. This menu pops up, right, under Newsfeed. Make sure I'm a favorite, okay? Then go down to video, click all notifications. Same thing on live video, all notifications. Then you won't miss out. On your phone or iPad, a little different. Make sure you're following the right page. Then you want to hit favorites on that one. Follow, then favorites. All right? And you won't miss out ever again. And I love you. All right. We're back, baby. I want to say thank you to everyone watching, liking, all that stuff, and especially thank you to Every Plate. Are you looking to budget your food expenses in the new year? Save big, eat great with America's Best Value Meal Kit. Their meals are cheaper than your average fast casual meal. So why don't you ditch the takeout and save money while still enjoying fresh, satisfying meals? They're the easiest way to eat affordably. Put the money you save towards making the plans later on this year, Sizzle your way into the new year with $1 steaks for life. Can you imagine that? $1 steaks for the rest of it. Simply add a 10-ounce ranch steak to your weekly order for just $1 per box while your subscription is active. Now that's raising the stakes for dinner. Make the sustainable choice this January. Every Plate offers 100% of their delivery emissions, and their meals have a 31% lower carbon footprint on average than supermarket meals of the same portion. Plus, nearly all packaging materials are curbside recyclable in most areas in America. So there you go. Mom and I, man, we just picked out on this. It's been getting cold lately, so Mom and I decided to have the creamy corn and bacon chowder with jalapeno and sour cream. Look, whether you pronounce it chowder or chowder, this crowd-pleasing dish satisfies every time. Potatoes, onions, garlic, all simmered in milk until tender. And then the potatoes are mashed in the pot until the chowder is rich and thick. And then you stir in the cream cheese, sweet corn, crispy bacon. It's finished with a dollop of sour cream, more bacon, and a sprinkling of chopped jalapeno for a little kick. Now excuse us while we go park the car in Harvard Yard. Clam chowder, it's the best. Get a meal right now for $1.49. Plus the $1 steaks for the rest of your life. All you gotta do is go to everyplate.com/podcast. Enter my code 49REAP, and you're welcome. I also have to bring this up, Sebastian. Have you or your loved one ever worked with a chemical product called AFFF foam? That's AFFF fire foam. For decades, many believed the foam was safe to use, and many people in many working environments have been exposed to the foam in training simulations and in actual firefighting work. If you or loved one used AFFF foam and have been diagnosed with cancer, our friends at Sue the Collector Law Firm can represent you in a legal claim. That's right. There's very little time left to file your claim, and you could be awarded life-changing amounts of money because this is not a class action lawsuit. So you won't be sharing your money with other people in a lawsuit. Look, I got a check right here that somebody's going to win here in a minute. My Screen Actors Guild. This is chump change compared to what you could win. You know what I'm talking about? Every single person that was or is in the U.S. Navy may qualify, or the Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and many in the armed forces were routinely exposed. Maybe Earthquake has a claim on his hands. He was in the Air Force, wasn't he? I'm talking NASCAR crews who trained regularly with it, and many, many more. So if you got questions about it, if you think you might be able to get your claim in, give us a call right now, 844-470-1232. That is 844-470-1232. That is 844-470-1232. All right. The time is near. The time is nigh. I think that's the saying. Is it nigh?
It's nigh or near?
Near.
Yeah, night.
Also, barbecue sauce, hot sauce. I forgot to talk about that. I got money to give. I got one check left. This is the last one, unless I get more tomorrow. But as of now, Last check is right here.
Best for last.
Oh, we'll see.
Probably the biggest.
Oh, I hope not. I could use some cash. So if you're new to the show, you're wondering what's about to happen. I'm not just a podcaster and hand model comedian. I'm also an actor. I've been in movies, sitcoms, and commercials. Every time they air something I've been in, they have to pay me. They're called residual checks. I got one right here. I get them in the mail all the time. It's unopened. I'm going to open it. I'm going to tell you what it's for. We're going to take 3 calls. We got people on hold right now. We're going to take 3 calls at random. And they're going to guess the amount of this check. After I open it and tell you what it's for, they're going to make guesses. Closest person to the actual amount of the check is going to win this check. And it is a game that we like to call How Much Is That Screen Actors Again? Residual check. All right, man, a little lightheaded there, man. All right, well, let's open the check. Now, what I'm going to do is do some in-house guessing. So, Isaiah, Sebastian, you get to guess, and then we'll see who's closest, and then that's how you should gauge your guess. So, if I pick up on your phone call, just know that. Be paying attention to their guesses. I'll give you some clues here. Oh my God.
Big money, big money, big money.
I don't know why.
I'm bad luck.
I keep playing this game.
I'm bad luck.
Look, it's a new year.
I know.
And that means my accountant, my bookkeeper,
Yeah.
they're in my head. They're fresh in my head. And they're like, why are you doing this? It's screwing up our numbers, our taxes and everything. It's a pain in the ass. So I should probably stop doing it. But I want you guys to be rewarded for watching this show.
You're the people's check giver.
Right. Anyway, let's get to it. This is for one episode of a show called One Mississippi. Okay. It aired on Amazon Prime. Tig Notaro, comedian, it was her sitcom, her show. It only lasted maybe 2 or 3 seasons. I played a Civil War reenactor, the bad side, the one that won. That's what my dad would say. No, I played a Civil War reenactor, and I was a doucheball. I was a real big douchebag, and it was fun. It was fun to play that role. But anyway, this is for one episode of that. Internet rental and something video on demand. I don't know what the S stands for. Anyways, one check. I'll start with Sebastian. How much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
I'm going to go $14.
I wish you were right.
I just was judging. That was my judge.
I know you're trying to check out my poker face.
Yeah.
Bye poker face. Bye poker face. All right, so you're not going to say $14 anymore? You're gonna,
Nah, I'm going to say.
It's fine. You're not
I'm not going
going
to
to win the money, so you might as well amend your guess.
I'm going to go high this week.
All right.
$78.97.
$78 and
97 cents.
97 cents.
I don't know how that's possible.
Well-
since they bought it on Amazon for.
Yeah. Well, you're locked in.
I don't know.
Isaiah, how much?
I'm gonna go $52.13.
It never gets old. For you new people watching the show, we just love the way he says dollars. $52
and 13 cents.
13 cents. All right. If I had to give the check away to someone in this room, what was your guess again?
70.
You would win. You're closer
Oh.
with that guess. Now, this is also good because you might be thinking, well, John, you said you're going to take 3 calls. I don't have time to call in. Yeah, you got time because we have this. This is the spinning ball of balls. It's a randomizer. All these tiny balls in here, they got numbers on them. He's going to spin it like the lottery. I'm going to pull a ball out. That's the number of caller that we take. So anybody, doesn't matter
call
when
early,
you call, just
early or
call.
late.
Call early, call late. Don't matter.
And nobody knows small orange balls like John does. So you got a shot.
That's good. I like it. See, that's comedy. I'm not offended because it's comedy. It's a good joke,
Thank you.
and I wish they were small. They're
I
so
know,
big.
They're too big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now spin the ball of balls. Whoa! Look at your balls are flying.
Big balls don't fly like that.
Oh. All right, caller number 29.
Oh, 29.
29. That would be what famous running back wore 20?
Eric Dickerson.
That's right. Give me Eric Dickerson, D. Allen Jackson. Let him on in here. Let's see if this person can guess the amount of this check.
All right, they're in the room right now.
Okay, hello. This is John Reap. Welcome to Carolina Reaper. Who are you?
I'm Alan.
Alan?
Yeah, I saw you at the Sharpsburg with Larry the Cable Guy in 2022.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you were at that show?
Bought some of your hot sauce.
Right? We got some hot sauce right here. Dude, you got to try
Good stuff.
the brand new South in Your Mouth barbecue sauce. This is not hot sauce,
Good.
barbecue sauce, and it is amazing. You got to try it, okay?
I will.
You're a
I
good
will.
man, Alan. So you're from Sharpsburg?
Now, I'm from Versailles, Kentucky. My son lives in Sharpsburg.
Ah, okay. Well, how old of a man are you?
Oh, I'm too old. I'm 73.
73, okay. And, well, you kind of sound like Isaiah a little bit. I'm wondering if you guys can say the same sentence back to back. Say something like, hey, everybody. Just say, hey, everybody, I really love the Screen Actors. No, don't say that. It's too complicated. Say, hey, everybody, I really love the show Carolina Reaper with John Reap. Now, Isaiah, you say it first, and then Alan, I want you to say it right after him. Isaiah, go.
Hey everybody, I love the Carolina Reaper show with John Reap.
Alan.
Hey, everybody, I love the Carolina Reaper show with John Reap.
Yeah, it's very similar. I mean, you
need to
guys
cut a
could be
promo on
related.
that.
You're from Virginia. He's from Versailles. It's got a V in there. I don't know.
There you go.
All right. So, what do you do for a living, my friend? Alan.
What I do?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. What do you do for a living? How you make money? How you pay your bills?
I'm retired, but I worked for Homeland Security for about 20 years.
Gotcha. Sebastian, you took a deep breath like you were going to say something.
Homeland Security.
Homeland Security.
It's protecting Homeland.
Oh, I thought you said home loans.
Home loan. No, he said Homeland.
No. Homeland Security.
Oh, really? You were? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, thank you for your service. I guess that counts as law enforcement appreciation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. Let's get your guess, buddy.
I flew the friendly skies.
Okay.
Air Marshal.
I do that all the time. Were you an air marshal?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
You got
wow. Okay. You got to tell me, what's the craziest thing that you saw while you were in the air?
it. Maybe a couple doing the dirty dozen.
Making the love?
Yeah.
Oh, did you walk in on them or you saw it happen?
Saw it happen, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Over in the seat in front of me. Yeah.
Wow. Dude, I'm in the air all the time. I've never once seen that happen. I've heard people say, go to the bathroom and join the Mile High Club, but I've never
At
seen it.
6'4", been in the middle seat. I felt like that's happened to me a lot, but it ended up being a couple of toddlers.
You're getting violated no matter
Well,
where you
Yeah,
sit.
yeah.
What'd you say,
I'll
Alan?
just say her head fell asleep in his lap, okay?
Oh, right. And she probably had a cramp in her neck, and it just made her bob her head up and down trying to get that cramp situated. Right, Alan?
Absolutely.
Now, when you see something like that, do you let it go on for a minute before you catch them, just so you can enjoy it a little bit, or let the dude finish? What's the etiquette on the timeline on that?
They weren't a threat to aviation.
Oh, so no, they're not a threat to aviation, so they can continue.
Oh, there you go.
Absolutely.
Good man. That's bro
Absolutely.
code right there. You let that man finish. That's how I am with dogs that hump my leg.
Yeah.
Finish the job, buddy, and then I'm gonna shoo you on out of here.
Wow, you're such a good canine lover.
My dad, you know, he was my dad was a deputy sheriff for a while. Alan.
Yeah. Over in Hickory.
That's right.
I can't shake my head to go with you, but
I heard it.
I had family in Hickory.
Okay,
I went fishing over in Lake Hickory.
look at here.
Yeah.
Practically family. Well, my dad was
Yeah.
a deputy sheriff for a while, and he said he caught he caught a couple making out in a car, like I think it was the parking lot of CVCC. Like it was like 2 a.m. They tried to park in the back, and the windows were all fogged up, and he said he said, well, I gotta go say something, and this is illegal. He can't be doing this. So he walked over to the car, and he walked up without his flashlight at first, and he peeked in. It was two girls going at it. And he said, so I gave him a good 30 minutes. You know, he's gonna enjoy it too.
Yeah.
And then he put the light on him. He said, all right, ladies, wrap it up. Let's go. All right, Alan, how much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
Well, I guess I might go with the dirty of 69.69.
Wow! 69! All right. Put them on hold, the Alan Jackson. We got 2 more calls to take. Don't hang up, Alan. We're going to take 2 more
All right,
phone
buddy.
calls and see if anybody can best you. You know what I mean? All right, Sebastian, spin the ball.
All right.
balls.
Oh, there it
Let's
is.
get a new caller.
New ball in the
Shot
hole.
caller with the baller. Here we go. Caller number 20.
20.
Give me a famous running back.
Famous
20.
running back number 20 would be Barry Sanders.
That's right. Put Barry Sanders on the phone, the Alan Jackson. Let's see if this person.
All right, number 20 is on the line.
Hello there. This is John Reap, and you're listening to the Carolina Reaper. Who are you?
Hey, it's Adam.
Adam. How you doing, bud?
I'm doing well. I hope you are.
I am. Where you calling in from?
I'm actually walking around the Target in Hickory right now.
Oh, you are.
Oh.
Okay. Well, do we need anything from Target
Well,
right
I
about
could
now?
use, let's see, I could probably use,
Starbucks is up in there.
that's nice, Starbucks. Is,
It is.
I'm good right now.
Well,
All right. Well,
need the condoms or anything while you're out there?
oh, you need some condoms?
You could maybe need some.
I don't need condoms. I'm a married man. Okay, Adam. So you're from Hickory then, huh?
I'm actually out from Vale, but I come to Hickory a lot.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a truck driver.
Oh, wow. Thank you for your service. How old are you?
I am 32.
30. What kind of truck do you drive?
I drive a Kenworth T680.
That's a big one, isn't it?
It's a sleeper truck.
Do you do you actually sleep in the truck from time to time?
Sometimes when I'm a local driver, but sometimes we do loads where we live unload, so we're there for anywhere between 6 to 8 hours. So I catch me a little nap.
There you go. I've always wanted to kind of do that. I've only been in those trucks maybe 3 or 4 times my whole life, but I've seen some really
Hey,
cool
you
ones.
can come ride with me sometime.
Yeah. How hard is it to drive that thing?
It's really not that hard. It's just practice.
Yeah. What do you haul mostly?
I usually haul a bunch of salad. I usually pick up from the Dole plant there in Bessemer City.
Oh, salad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, that's a pretty light load then. I would imagine, right? It's good for you. It's
Yeah,
light.
they usually only range between 13 to 16,000 pound loads.
What would happen if a salad truck wrecked into like a chicken truck? You have yourself a chicken
Well,
salad.
then you'd have,
Right.
chicken salad or Tossed salad.
Tossed salad. Right. If you
Chicken
went
would be-
off a cliff, tossed salad. Adam, have you ever watched One Mississippi?
I have not, but I heard you talking about it on one of your other episodes, and I'm going to check it out.
Did you go to high school around here?
I went to West Lincoln.
West Lincoln.
Ooh,
You know what
Rebels.
they are? The running rebels or dirty rebels. What do we call them?
It used to be the
Are they still called the rebels?
They are.
Oh wow, surprised.
well, they got rid of the flag.
They got rid of the flag, but
Turned
they
it
kept
into
the
a
rebel.
soldier.
Right. Yeah, it could be somebody from Star Wars now.
Yeah.
The rebels. Okay, buddy. Adam, how much is this check?
I'm going to go with $85.78.
$85.78. Lock him in. You're locked in, Adam. Don't hang up. We got one more phone call. No one's got it exactly right yet. And by the way, if you get it exactly right, I double the amount. But no one's ever done it. We've had people a penny off before. All right, hang on, Adam. All right,
Yeah, I was just going to tell you real quick, me and my wife met you at the Second Chance Prom.
Oh, yeah, thanks for coming. That was fun, huh?
Yeah, it was fun.
Turns out I got married.
Yep. Big surprise wedding.
Yeah. And we raised over $11,000 for the homeless in Hickory.
That is awesome.
That's 4 people, but they're eating really good. All right, put them on hold, the Alan Jackson. We have a new call number right here. Caller number 3. Oh, it's Earnhardt number right here. I don't know
Number
the
3?
football 3. Oh, it's a kicker.
Morton Anderson.
Morton Anderson, number
Maybe
3,
not.
probably. I don't know. Hey, Isaiah, any interest in looking these things up as I talk?
Russell Wilson.
Boom! Oh, he was on it.
Yeah.
Sitting there still eating that Pop-Tart, I see. What you
I
eating
had
now?
to clean it out with some pink lemonade chewing gum.
Oh, okay. Well, I brought you all kinds of candies right there.
Thank
if
you.
Want some chocolate. Okay, the Alan Jackson, let caller number 3 into the room, and let's see if this person can do any better.
Number 3 is in the room.
Hello there. You are on the Carolina Reaper Show. Who's this?
This is Mr. Brian Weaver
Brian Weaver from Fred T. Ford High School?
from Fred T. Ford. I blocked for you, son.
Yes, you did. Brian Weaver was a hell of an athlete. He played football for the Fred T. Ford Tigers. Linebacker, snapper. What else did you play guard or tackle on the offensive line, Brian Weaver, or snapper?
I was the offensive center.
You were the center. That's right. And
Yeah.
he was
Defensive end.
one of the best players on the team was Brian Weaver, right? Captain, legend.
You were the hard-nosed redhead.
That's right. Talk more about me.
Yeah. It's good to talk to you, John.
Was I pretty good?
So, I am, what'd you ask me?
Oh, yeah. I was hoping that after I talked you up that you would say nice things about me and my football abilities. Was I a good athlete?
Yes, you were a great athlete, man.
Go on.
Yep, you was the best running back. You was a good fullback and a good linebacker.
There you go. See, Brian Weaver went through the mud and the blood with me that senior year
Undefeated season?
where we had a perfect. No, we went defeated.
Oh, shit, baby.
Huh?
We went 0-10.
0-10, baby. But yeah, I mean, you were there. People got hurt. People quit the team. I had to move. I probably played 6 different positions my senior year.
You're exactly right, man.
By the end of that season.
We did it, man, though, but
Yeah.
anyway, that was the best year of my life, man.
We could have beat Maiden, dude. It was 0-0 at halftime. We could have beat Maiden.
I would take, I'd get kicked out of every game from sticking fingers in people's eyes, man, just to get kicked out.
Yeah. Brian was good. Brian was good. I was decent. Sean May.
You were great, man. You were a hell of an athlete.
Oh, okay, Brian. I'll just give you the check. All right, Brian. Well, okay, so for those of you who don't know, I know this guy. We went to high school together, obviously, played football. His name is Brian Weaver. Went to Fred T. Ford High School. He's probably exactly 51 years old. Am I right?
That's exactly right.
And what do you do for a living, Brian?
I am a truck driver, deliver medical supplies now. I worked at CommScope for 22 years and then got injured and had to take a little time off, and now I'm delivering medical supplies to assisted living homes for a living.
Okay, well, that's the Lord's work. We just had another truck driver call in right before you who delivers lettuce.
I heard him, yes, sir.
Now, do you have a sleeper in yours?
No, I just drive a box truck.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
Brian. Well,
anyway.
it's good to hear from you, man. Thanks.
Yes, sir. Great to hear from you.
Appreciate you calling in. So this is how we play the game. We take 3 calls at random, and we find out who can guess the amount of this check. And we've got 2 guesses on the table. No one's got it exactly right. But what's your guess, Brian? How much is this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
You're going to send it to me, brother. I'm going to say 75.
75. All righty. Well, lock him in, the Alan Jackson. Okay. Brian, you remember Alan Jackson, don't you?
Oh, I remember Alan. Yes, sir. Hey, Alan, how are you?
Hey, what's up, Brian? How you doing, man?
Good to hear from you.
You too, man.
All right. Well, let's put him on hold. And don't hang up, guys, because I don't know who won yet. And that's because I went to Fred T. Ford and I took math there. And when you take math at Ford, you have to give it back when you leave.
Yeah.
So you can't keep the math.
Yeah.
I gave it back to him, you know.
I can relate.
Right now, Alan Jackson is, well, he's already worked up the numbers. And Sergeant Ball, thank you, Mr. Ball, has given me the check. And that means in that amount of time, Alan Jackson has crunched the numbers, and he knows who the winner is. I don't know. Sebastian doesn't know.
I have no idea.
Isaiah don't know. Sergeant Ball doesn't know. The only person in the world to know who the actual winner of this check, this one episode of One Mississippi. The episode was called Light of Love. And I don't know who it is, but Alan Jackson does. And if we ask him nicely, he might reveal to us who that person is that's going to walk home with this check. So this is where I'll look into the camera and I beg and I plead to the Alan Jackson to reveal to us who that person is. Alan, can you please reveal to us the winner of this Screen Actors Guild residual check?
I will. And I always want to help the alma mater. I always want to help the Fred T. Ford Tigers.
Yeah.
But I can't do it this time. So that's not the winner, I'm afraid. But I will let the winner into the room right now. The winner is in the room with you right now, John.
Okay, you're on the line with John Reap. Who is this?
Hey, it's Adam.
Adam, congratulations, buddy. Your guess
Thank you.
was the closest one to the actual amount of this check. What was your guess?
$85.78.
$85.78. The actual amount of this check is $102.63.
Nice.
Congratulations, Adam. Well, this is the deal I always make. You've won the check fair and square. Check is yours. If you want it, I'll sign it to you and get it over to you in the mail. Or you could play let's make a deal and go for an item in the mystery Walmart bag of merchandise. Now, here's the deal. The items in here are not from Walmart. I'm just using their bag. They're not even a sponsor. Hit me up, Walmart. But they could be. Anyway, there's all kinds of stuff in this mystery bag of merchandise. We're talking T-shirts, bumper stickers. There's like belt buckles, sauce, CDs. Could be another envelope for $500 in there. But we won't know unless you play the game. Do you want to keep this check? Or do you want to play Let's Make a Deal, Adam?
I guess let's play Make a Deal.
Oh! Okay, Adam.
He's a rebel.
I like it. Where was he at again?
West Lincoln Rebel.
Oh, that's right.
Two local
He's in
callers.
West Lincoln. That's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play football, Adam?
I did not. I was a ROTC kid.
ROTC kid.
Oh, I thought he said RSVP, like he just would always reply and
No.
give you a heads up. I'm coming to your party. Just want to let you know. Well, I never invited you, but that's how my RSVP kind of got. I always respond. Okay. ROTC. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Adam from West Lincoln, I'm gonna give him 2 items.
2 items.
Because that's a pretty substantial check, and I want to thank Adam for
Having the
having the tenacity and the balls to play. So what I'm gonna do? Do you want to put your arm in there? Get in there and mix it up really good and get something nice for my man Adam. What's in the bag? I don't know what's in the bag, but we're gonna find out.
all right.
Pull out anything. Okay, here we go. Who's that I hear in the background, Adam?
It's my wife and my kids.
Oh, hey, wife and kids. Shout out. What's your name?
Darby?
Darby?
Yeah.
Like Terrence Trent Darby?
I have no idea who that is.
Wish me love, oh, wishing well, to kiss and tell. Oh, wishing well, the parking by the tail.
Andy had that song in Beverly Hills Cop 3. I can't think of the name of it.
Wow, I didn't know that you would know such a thing. Terrence Trent Darby, look him up, Darby. All right, you just won a tank top that says "Bless Your Heart," and I'm gonna throw in a country-ish T-shirt. That used to be the name of this show, country-ish, but we changed it to Carolina Reaper. You're gonna get 2 shirts and a bottle of my hot sauce.
And that's not all.
Hot sauce coming your way. And I'm going to hand this, do you mind handing that over to Sergeant Mark, having 8 balls deep? He will get it into the mail to you, AS to the A to the P. Adam, Happy New Year to you and your lovely wife and child. And thank you for watching and listening and subscribing. And I hope you enjoy the hot sauce. And that's it. Thanks, buddy. Now, what I need you to do, go to CarolinaReaper.com, click on Contact, and make sure you send me your address so I know where to send it, okay?
All right, sounds good.
All right, Adam. Thanks, brother, man. If I ever see you out in public, let me know so I can take a picture and shake your hand, all righty?
All right, brother, I appreciate it.
All right, man. Take care. All righty.
All right, bye.
And that is how we play. How much is this? Check. Man, hats off to Adam. Wow. Now he was sitting on $102, and he just let it go.
He let it go.
And I appreciate that, Adam. More importantly, my accountant appreciates it, and my tax person, and me. I'm going to take that to the bank. All right. Well, that's it for this episode. I think it's time we wrap her up. I had a good time in here. I hope you did. Sebastian, did you have a good time?
Fantastic. It's good to be back.
Good to have you back.
Yes.
Always good to have you back.
Going to be in Cincinnati, my favorite. And
Yeah.
maybe you'll see Taylor Swift's new competition, Jake Browning's girlfriend. You seen this?
No.
Oh, you're
Talk
not
to
on
me.
the trends.
What are
You're
we
not on
doing?
the trends.
What's happening?
She was in a.
Who's she?
That's his girlfriend.
Wait, whose girlfriend?
The backup for Cincinnati that took them to the playoffs.
The backup for Cincinnati, Bengals.
Yeah, she had.
They're not in the playoffs, are they?
They made the playoffs.
The Bengals are in the playoffs?
Fact check me. Maybe.
Isaiah, look it up. I feel like they didn't make it. Alan, am my mic not working?
No, it is. I'm just
Okay.
holding it up. But,
Isaiah, look this up right now. Are the Cincinnati Bengals in the playoffs? If they are, it's going to screw me because I'm doing a show Sunday and Saturday when they might be playing in the playoffs.
That'd be a wild card, so it'd probably be on a. Might be that Peacock game though.
All
Could
right.
be streaming.
All right. Isaiah, do you have?
Yeah, they made the playoffs.
Are you just taking Ball's word for it, or did you actually find it?
Well, I was like searching it, but I couldn't find anything, so I thought he was like shaking
Alan,
his head like he knew.
Have you found anything?
yeah, it looks like they did.
Holy crap! How did I not know this?
And Taylor Swift's got new competition now.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't think they did, guys.
Hold on.
Hang on. I'm going to go to this. So here's who made it. The Cleveland Browns made it. Texans, Dolphins, Chiefs, Steelers, Bills, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Lions, Eagles, and Bucks. There is no Bengals.
Oh yeah, the Bengals did not make it. They came in. Finished with a winning record in their in the division, but they did not
Wow.
make the playoffs.
4 different people
Look
in
at
this
there.
room told me they did.
And
Yeah.
it was
I had to
almost
stand
true.
my ground
It was almost the truth.
because I knew I was right. What? Every one of you some bitches was wrong.
Right.
God. Anyway, I'll
I
be in
was
Cincinnati.
reading through it and searching it and stuff, and then I saw a Mark out the corner of his head, out the corner of my eye, shaking his head.
That's like
So,
trying to sabotage. All right, so I will be in Cincinnati January 12, 13, and 14. February 3rd, I'll be in Cartersville, Georgia, at the Grand Theater. February 9 and 10, I'll be in Kansas City, and that's the Super Bowl weekend at the Improv. That's Sunday, the 11th, is the Super Bowl.
Oh, well.
And I will be in Kansas City. Is there a chance that I will be in Kansas City when the Kansas City Chiefs are playing in the Super Bowl?
There is a slight chance.
There's a chance. And if that happens,
I would just not go.
how do I get Taylor Swift to invite me to a Super Bowl party? She won't be in
You
Kansas.
call Jo Koy, and they're best friends.
There you go. That's right. Look, if you got any comments you want me to read or address, too late. I'll do it next week. But yeah, check me out. Oh, we're doing a new thing on the Patreon. So we have supporters of this show. They're called Patreon supporters. And one of the perks that you were going to get as a Patreon supporter was access to a show that we called After Dark.
after dark, after dark.
Well, we're not doing those anymore. It's going to get even better. So here's what I'm thinking about doing, guys. All right. The hard thing about After Dark was getting everybody scheduled in the room at the same time to do it. And what we do is have our Patreon supporters Zoom in, and we just talk to them all together. Well, that was hard to do because Alan's busy, you guys are busy. It's hard to lock down a time. So from now on, I think, not from now on, but my next move is going to be, I'm going to start, and this is legit, an OnlyFans page. Okay? It works just like Patreon works, and we're going to do live shows, only, not we, me, so you guys don't have to be a part of this. It's just me, my laptop, and my OnlyFans. From time to time, when I'm on the road and I'm just sitting in a hotel room, I'll just put the word out to the OnlyFans. Hey guys, gonna do a live show. I'll talk to you one-on-one. And it's gonna be an OnlyFans. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna pull my junk out, but you never know. Anyway, that's what you're gonna get. It's like a private Zoom, just me and you guys.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You're already on there anyway. You might as well just
Right. Monetize it.
monetize.
Yeah. And I'll show my face and everything. So really just think of it as a Zoom party. It's just me and you guys, one-on-one access, talk about whatever you want to talk about. Anyway, go to the support page at carolinareaper.com, sign up on that. If you're already a Patreon supporter, you're going to get grandfathered in to the OnlyFans, right? Very simple. The thing is,
We'll have it set up really soon, John. So yeah. Tell everybody just keep checking.
I think it's very funny to tell people that I have an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You know, that's funnier than saying Patreon. But yes. Oh, we need new reviews, right? You want to help us out? You got no money? You can do that. Go to Apple Podcast, write us a new review, and we'll have our Hayseed Gen Z read the words that you wrote. And as long as you give us 5 stars, you can write anything you want, and we'll make him say it. So you might as well be creative and say something crazy.
Yeah, I've had to say some ridiculous stuff.
Yeah. Like, what'd you say that one time? Something about donkey balls?
Something about donkey balls or donkey.
So be creative.
dong.
Write anything you want. You can copy and paste a recipe for chicken pan pie for all I care. As long as you give us 5 stars. And that helps our podcast grow and all that stuff. Alrighty. Any famous last words from anybody in here? Deanna Jackson?
We're all good back here.
Isaiah, you good?
I just want to let Sean know that I am a reply guy. I'm not a no reply guy.
Oh, we forgot to talk about that. Next time you're on the show, let's talk about text etiquette and timelines.
Yes.
Because I have something to say about it as well. All right?
We'll hold that.
There'll be a teaser for next time Sebastian's on the show. So for Isaiah, you want to say anything?
No.
For Sebastian,
I don't have to reply.
my name is John Reap. That's it for this week. Thanks for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing. That's right. Don't just wad us up like a piece of paper and throw us in the trash can. Fold us into an aeroplane and share it with somebody else. Till then, bicycle.